I walked in and that place was packed. And I swear to a person, I knew every single one of the people in there. And they're all friends, and they're all people I kind of hang out with when I can. I was amazed to see this. How they kept it a secret all this time, I'll never know. My guitar player, Alan Troop, we rehearsed the night before, and he never mentioned anything like it. A friend of mine from Bremerton, an ex-pilot, came over to visit, and he never mentioned it, and he knew about it. Everybody knew but me. I wrote a song named that once. Well, it fits, because that is exactly what it was. I did not know. Everybody else knew.
We have here, from the state of Washington, from the Office of the Secretary of State.
Oh, isn't that beautiful?
Yes. It says, this is to certify that the accompanying flag of the state of Washington has been flown over the state capitol building in Olympia in honor of Bonnie Guitar Buckingham. But there's more. Look at this one. Ooh, this one's even bigger.
Oh, perfect.
Look at this.
This one says, the state of Washington, to whom all are present, that's us, be it known that Bonnie Guitar Buckingham, Soap Lake, Washington, for being one of Washington's most accomplished musicians and songwriters, and singing her hits, Dark Moon, Walkin' After Midnight, and Mr. Fire Eyes, to fans in her home state of Washington and across the United States, she is hereby designated as Washington State Treasure. In recognition and appreciation of your dedication to music and contributions to the music industry, and for your induction into the Northwest Area Music Association Hall of Fame, be it known that Bonnie Guitar Buckingham has been awarded the title of Washington State Treasure for the inspiration and passion of music that she has instilled in others around the world. May she continue to provide the promise of prosperity and goodness to all who hear her music for generations to come, particularly for the citizens of the great state of Washington. Kim Wyman, Secretary of State.
Look at that.
Now we got the national, we got the state. Now it's time for the real important recognition from Soap Lake. All right. It's pretty, isn't it? It says, Proclamation, Bonnie Guitar Day. Whereas today is the birthday of Bonnie Guitar Buckingham, and whereas the city of Soap Lake is honored to be the home of the well-known and beloved musician Bonnie Guitar, and whereas the city desires to recognize and celebrate Bonnie Guitar for her many contributions as a multi-talented artist who also contributed her talents as a then rare female session instrumentalist, talent scout, record label executive, audio engineer, and session producer to the success of many other aspiring young talents. And whereas Bonnie has lived in Soap Lake 29 years, and whereas, do I have that number right?
I don't know, it's a long time.
It's a long time. Bonnie has lived in Soap Lake a long time, and whereas Bonnie was a performer at the Soap Lake Businessman's Club for 13 years, starting in the early 1980s, played at Boy Scout jamborees at the Sam Israel property on the west side of the lake, performed at Greek festivals, Dickens of a Christmas, and many, many more. Now, therefore, I, Raymond Gravel, Mayor of Soap Lake, do hereby declare March 25th, in the year of our Lord 2014, and each March 25th thereafter as Bonnie Guitar Day.
Thank you so much. I don't know what to say. I'm going to tell you something. All my friends today, Patty over there, look at you, Patty. You never told me a thing in days I've been spending with you. And Russell came over here from Bremerton, never told me a thing. Nobody told me anything. All these people. And Don Johnstead is a traitor if there ever was.
Talk into this. I want to hear you.
Oh, boy. I said Don Johnstead's a traitor.
I thought he was a treasure. He's a traitor. Oh.
Tell us something we don't already know.
Well, there are many things you don't know. All I can say to you is this is there was not one tiny little inkling of something that I knew about this. And every one of you has made it. I'm not crying because my nose is running instead, so I don't want to give it away, but I really think this is the most wonderful thing that could happen. No one ever expects anything, and I didn't. I just, I go down the road. I love being in Soap Lake. It's the place to be, I think.
Yeah. Yes.
And look over there. I look over there's Eileen and Burr, and is Burr here?
Yes, right here.
Well, you better be here too, bro. We played tennis enough times that we have to stick together still. He still can. Anyway, there's no way to say thank you for this, ladies and gentlemen. This is more than anyone could ever ask for. Tiffany and Nikki and Mikey and Eric are all here, my children. I don't have a very big large crowd, but I want you a large family, but they're here, and that's the important thing. And you know who's here to see me? I had no clue, absolutely no. I had none of these. Is Deb Copenhagen? Where are you, Deb? Over there. Oh, you want to know something you don't know about me? Deb and I had owned horses together, race horses and walking horses and talking horses. You name it, we had every kind, and they weren't all winners, but we thought they were till they proved different. And of course, Deb and Cheryl are here. Oh, I can't mention everybody that's here because it's too many to say, but I want you to know. I got to see Marina, I got to see April, and all the family, the Notaris family, and Carmen. Where are you, Carmen? Oh, she's gone. I think she had to go back to work. But this is the day, I have to say, 91 years, and this is the day of my life. And I mean that with all the sincerity in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. If I've missed anyone, it's only because I'm not losing my memory. I don't think. Am I, Kathy?
Not at all.
And this lady here, and this guy here, I can't tell you how deep this goes into my heart, because it's a, I'm a songwriter and a musician and all that, and we think we're everything, and something like this tells me that I'm nothing except just something important to the people here, and that's what makes it so wonderful. And how could I ever look out and see that wonderful face, the two faces over there. That saxophone player that turns my head around when I hear him. He's the best sax player, I must tell you that. Living in this town is the best sax player in the world, and we don't get to hear him, but we should be able to hear that saxophone, because no one, I've worked with all of them, ladies and gentlemen. Alex Timashuk, right there in front of me. And listen, may I say, behind every with him is his beautiful wife, Tony, and she's important in this world too. I can't believe that you came here. I thought you were in Hawaii.
I didn't make it that far.
Well, I'm glad you made it this far. This is the best thing that can happen. And I don't want to overtalk myself. I sometimes talk too much. But I just wanted to tell you this is the day of my life, and it will always be. Thank you very, very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. If I missed anyone, it just, I can't see everybody that's here, but whoever you are, remember. Just knowing that you're here, that's a wonderful thing, and I thank you for everything. This is the day of my life, ladies and gentlemen. I just walked in and I said, I saw all these faces. It was almost like it was a fantasy or something. Because how they could get that many people together from all over, everywhere. You know, that's amazing to see all those people. And the whole evening, we had a grand evening. Had so many flowers, it was like a florist shop. So last night at about 3 o'clock in the morning, I was still putting fresh water on my flowers, separating them to keep them so they don't die, because I like them all over my house. And boy, I take advantage of having those flowers, and flowers everywhere. And Gary, who owns the Cougar place where we were, made the most magnificent sandwich. What was that sandwich called?
Roxy Rubin.
And what a wonderful sandwich. Everything in it that I love, sauerkraut, and it was the most excellent sandwich. And then Gary told me, because he has a Bonnie guitar sandwich on his menu, but that is not the one, and he's going to change this one to my name now. The one that I had last night is going to be changed to a Bonnie guitar sandwich. Oh, so good, I got to tell you. And then the big part of the evening, Frank Delaney, who's a blues singer, started playing, and he plays the most authentic blues you'll ever hear. He sat there, he played for maybe an hour, and he played some, I asked him to play some blues from Louisiana, and he does. He does some from Georgia. Any state that he's been to, he's tried to learn the absolute definite blues from that area. And so he's playing all these different blues things. And for a little while, they played some of the country rock and things. He knows everything anyway, all the tunes. But he played all these blues songs that had people. He played a song called Georgia Pines that somebody had written that he knew, that the people were totally silent in that place. Now, that's hard to do, to get a lot of people sitting around. They're all talking among themselves, but nobody spoke. And then he did another one that he'd written called Kathy's Back in Town. If I had had that when I had the Fleetwood, when I was recording them, I would have recorded it with them, because it's a hit song. And those, maybe not a hit today, but hit then. I believe, absolutely believe, fabulous songs. He entertained us, and his wife sang with him a few times, sang wonderful harmony. Here's the thing, they sing right in tune. I've never heard him make a mistake on either guitar, slide guitar, or on regular guitar. Everything they do is just about close to perfect. And they came down from Spokane. And I couldn't believe when I saw them. I couldn't believe when I saw Deb Copenhaver. I couldn't believe when I saw Marina and April, and everybody was there. I can't. That's just 4 or 5 of the people. The rest, oh my, wonderful evening. Wish you could have been there. The medication that I take makes my mouth dry. A lot of people know about that. So that's, I do lemon drops to take care of that, because that helps me. Oh, here, I'll show you my lemon drops. Everybody gets me lemon drops. It's almost like I have. This is the only kind. Those are the real thing right there. They're true lemon juice made into a lemon drop. That's the real thing. And I love those. I love those. Probably wouldn't weigh quite as much if I wouldn't eat as many of them. Maybe I eat more than maybe my mouth's not always dry when I eat one of those lemon drops. That maybe is part of my deal, you know?